Hey, what's up, everyone out there? Thank you so much for tuning in to another Addicted Fishing podcast. It's been a few weeks since we've been in here because we've been doing some live fishing lately. It's been pretty fun out there. We did some sun, yeah. Finally, sun in the Pacific Northwest.
Yes.
Finally,
it's
like
summertime.
It's funny too. It like stopped raining and then became like 108 degrees like the next day.
And everyone was crying on Facebook right away. Wasn't it great? Oh, it's too hot. It's like, shut up.
Go back inside, you pale skins.
Yeah.
You got AC. Your
I
house
told
is
myself, I'm like, once it gets sunny, I'm not complaining one bit about the heat.
I've been loving it.
Yeah.
Honestly, even if like just that tacky, sweaty feeling the last couple of days, I, for some reason, just enjoyed the hell out of it.
You would like being freaking sweaty, like a sweaty hippie.
Wow. Today was the perfect temperature, though.
What did you do today?
I went up to Bonneville, and I went and gawked at the fish viewing window, which is one of my favorite things to do, is just go in there and hang out with the fish and watch them all swim by. And there was, like I said to you guys, I bet I saw 100, 150 sockeye in 10 minutes go by, a bazillion shad. Every single Chinook that swam by was hatchery. Yeah, it's just like, oh, let's go fishing. Let's go. But the fish ladder, it looked like it was pretty phenomenal. It looked like the pens of the hatchery. I mean, it was boiling with fish. It was pretty cool.
Just all sorts of different species.
All sorts of species, everything coming through. You know, I saw a couple steelhead. I actually even saw some trout. There was some legitimate rainbow trout swimming through there.
Yeah, if you notice, the steelhead numbers are pretty impressive going over the dam. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's nice to see.
Yeah.
But that's what I did today. I went to Bonneville. I actually had a really hard time catching shad, which is embarrassing after sitting there looking at the viewing window.
There's only like 200,000 going by a day right now.
And the old lady down below me with her husband actually absolutely smoked me. She was just having a great old time just catching fish, and there I was cussing.
Did you catch any?
Yeah, I mean, I kept losing them was the thing. I kept getting them right to the bank and then losing them, but I ended up, we were doing a catch and cook for these, so be on the lookout on the Addicted channel. We're doing a shad catch and cook. I have a recipe that this little Asian gal told me about when I was down there, and she said it's delicious and amazing, and it sounds good to me. So tune in. That's actually what we went down there today to do, not just catch and release these things. I kept 2 to eat. It was enough for the crock pot. It's going to be a crock pot recipe, so I did catch a couple.
I'm going to be anxiously awaiting your opinion on that.
You know, like I always say, I'll try anything twice. And this
and everyone's mind just went everywhere else.
There's only one thing, and we're not going to say this because this is a family podcast. I won't try twice, only once. But the recipe sounds good. I'm going to do like a tomato, basil, and veggie deal in the
most of the stuff they do, like with the shad, it's always like either pressure or canned or something like that too.
And the way it sounds is like what she explained it. You just put it over white rice, you make this whole dish, and it kind of makes like a stew in a way, and like a fish, I don't know, jambalaya in a way, and then you just put it on some rice, and I mean it's going to be good because you can basically use any kind of protein in a recipe like that, and I'm sure the tomato sauce is going to cover up a lot of the flavor. But I've had it canned, and it just tastes like tuna fish.
About that, but
well, there's nothing gross about a shad. That's like we all say, ooh, gross, but there's a lot of like eating walleye out of the Umatilla pool is more gross than eating a shad below Bonneville. Theoretically, and you know, statistically,
some fish though just have like a very fishy
and
taste.
some people love that. I mean, like at the end of the day, like
fishy taste.
At the end of the day, like some of these people, like they like that intense fishy flavor. So it's
more than twice,
and I'm not one of them.
Like I'm sure the person that told you that recipe is all about just raw fish, fishy flavors.
Oh, I sure as heck ain't eating them raw.
Why not?
But yeah.
Shad sushi.
Shad sushi.
Shad sashimi. Shad
sushi.
What's that stuff where you like cook it in just like lemon water or freaking
ceviche?
Some shad ceviche, dude.
But you guys, I'm not going to spoil this secret, but you're going to have to see how I scale these things because it's something I saw online a long time ago, and I'm excited to try it. But I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to watch
pressure washer or drill brush. No, don't tell me.
Better than that. Even better than that. So that's what I did today.
Nice.
You got to go steelhead fishing, right?
Yeah, we went out and ran some lines plunking, and it was really successful. There is a lot of fish in the river. Sockeye, steelhead, Chinook.
Lamprey. Tons of lamprey.
Yeah.
It's pretty phenomenal how many lamprey are going up the river. I saw a buddy that posted, we're going to use a river name, but posted a video from the Deschutes River from Shears Falls a couple of days ago, and there was hundreds of them hanging from the rocks. climbing up the falls.
Just real fast. You go like, I'm not gonna say a river name.
I
Just
was
from.
gonna say.
Oh, you're good. I thought you said you're not. I was like, wait a second.
But yeah, there was probably 500 of them hanging from the wall, climbing the falls, which is cool. I mean, it's not often you see that because that's like up on the Owyhee River back in the day before a lot of the dams were in. You'd see that some of the bigger waterfalls, there'd be thousands of them climbing up the walls of the waterfall. I'm sure Willamette Falls has got to be just infested with them right now. Which is a great sign of a healthy ocean.
Yep.
You know, those lamprey are one of the base models of like healthy water conditions. And
they say like the lamprey, like sometimes like is kind of like the canary in the coal mine because that's like the first thing to freaking kind of like not show up when the ocean kind of gets wonky because and then the salmon are right behind it.
And I actually had some. A native friend of mine had some that was canned the other day, and it was really good. It was actually delicious canned.
Unagi.
Yeah.
Or I guess that's salt. What would be a fresh? I guess freshwater eels like unagi.
I don't
know, some kind of.
They'd call it that. But I sure enjoyed it, so I'd love to try to get my hands on some more of that.
No thanks.
Nothing but they're nothing but meat.
Eel sauce.
Meaty thing.
Eel sauce.
No way, it tastes good. It's very greasy.
No, but yeah, there's a lot of fish around. You know, the other thing, Cam, that's interesting is it seems like there's more than I've seen in previous years, a lot of jacks.
Oh yeah. So let's get on the topic of jacks because this is going to tie into like some of the sockeye stuff. So last year, jacks are a good indication, obviously, of what's going to come the next year. And last year, you know, with the sockeye run that we're seeing right now, that's just been upgraded and upgraded and upgraded. We started at 198,000 above Bonneville. We're already over 450 predicted. We were at like the 50% date. Like and we just shattered the record with 52,000 sockeye over the dam with a huge huge jack count. And what's funny and kind of weird, and nobody really knows why, but they missed yesterday or the day before's count. So like, are they still counting it? Like what happened there? Like that usually doesn't happen. I don't know if they combined the two counts for today, but I don't think they did because everything was posting like a record.
Those people in there have to have 3 hands. Like I said, they don't.
So for the record, they don't count every fish. They count 2 windows. They count one on the Washington side, one on the Oregon side, and they kind of extrapolate like for the other 2 ladders. I think there's a total of 4 ladders, and then they only count like certain hours, and then like. Because I mean, they don't count the 200,000 individual shad that are going over every day right now. Up to, I think the record one time was like 600,000. So like a day. So like they don't count everyone, but they do count a lot of them.
Well, then they can't account for what goes up the locks as well every time a bar.
Yeah, but they have numbers, and they kind of like, you know, like I said, it's just representative sample.
Estimates.
It's no different than what they do with like a sport creel, and no different what they do with a stream survey. They sample and then extrapolate, and so like. But the bottom line is jacks. You're right. Jacks everywhere. Well, last year there was a bunch of jacks, and everyone was calling like, how in the hell are you guys predicting 198,000 fish for sockeye when you're having record number of jack counts? The Bering Sea is projecting 75 million sockeye, which is a record number of sockeye. And that was on the cusp of last year's 52 million. And then sockeye in the north part of Washington's just was forecasted to be huge. Like everywhere across the board was forecasted to be just monstrous sockeye, except the Columbia River this year. So the question is, wrong. So, but there's 2 theories floating around out there that I'm seeing in some of the circles, and one is being that they knew that one component of that sockeye run was probably forecasted not to be that strong, so they purposely downgraded the run under what they could have a sport handle on below Bonneville just to make sure they get escapement. Or, so it's either that, or they're just that terrible at predicting sockeye. So it's one of the 2.
This has happened in years past, though, too. I remember specifically one time when they
they have a hard, and I don't want to necessarily believe the first because we have to manage our runs based on like those forecasted numbers. They're kind of the holy grail until the fish show up. But now we're in a situation right now where I think a second grader could have realized a week ago that we were onto something special again, and yet our states have not reacted to it. In fact, there was some calls for meetings last week. There was calls for a meeting earlier this week, but there was already a pre-planned compact for tomorrow. We're recording this on the Wednesday before, and like if we open tomorrow, then why couldn't we have opened like 10 days ago? Now most of these fish are by. I mean, you're talking an absolute miss of like thousands of angler days that with a run this big and this size is not going to affect a damn thing to the upriver catch, to the lower, like we're not going to be able to catch enough. The same exact thing happened in the spring Chinook run. This spring Chinook run, after it was all said and done, we only caught about 65% of what we should have been allowed to catch, which is why like the season opened up late and we had 5 weeks of great springer fishing, no complaints. And then it even went to 2 fish limit.
Yeah.
Then they even opened above Beacon Rock to Bonneville for boats. They were affording us every opportunity to catch fish, but it was late. Mm-hmm. It was late. I mean, these state managers, like at the drop of a hat, will push the switch and close a fishery overnight within less than 24 hours of notice. It's been done. They did it. When did they do that one? That was like immediate closure. When was that?
Dude, I don't know when they do it.
Hold on, let me think about this.
The last 2 years.
No, they had one that was like surprising as heck, and it was like overnight. They had a meeting, and it was it wasn't even a meeting. They didn't have a meeting. They had joint state action. They just closed it. But now to open it, it's like, to me, it's like gas prices. Like, you know what I mean? Like they'll shoot up for any reason whatsoever, but then it just takes forever to come back down. It's just like fish. They'll close it for any reason, but for sakes, it takes forever to open it. And it's like, what is the disconnect? So I've got some ideas. I'm gonna kind of like
throw
around.
Well, the one thing too was, right, there's some run that's like not gonna have like any going back to it, and that's one of the reasons they're keeping it closed, and they've kept it closed.
Yes, so that was the reason why. So and here's how they project that run. They only project that run off a basis of what is projected to come back above Bonneville. We cannot go fishing below Bonneville if the run is projected to be over 200,000 fish. You know what the forecast was this year?
198.
198. You know what we have over Bonneville Dam right now at this date right now? I think it's like 350, and they're still coming. So tell me, like, what's going on there? Like, are we just that bad at predicting these sockeye run? Because if we would have got an extra 2,000 in forecast, we could have gone fishing for a 1%, which we would have been allowed 2,000 fish down in the lower Bonneville area, which then would have turned obviously into an absolute wrecking ball bloodbath. But now at this point, even if we would have gone in 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago, I think it's going to be like we could have fished our brains off, caught as many, hell, make it a 4-fish limit. Ain't going to matter. We ain't going to catch them all now. Mm-hmm. And not that we need to catch everyone, but when we're only allowed a 1% rate on sockeye, and like we're not even going to get that, like, give me a break.
Yeah.
Bad miss, botched run, terrible forecast, slow to react, not good.
294,000.
294,000 with a day that's missing in that count.
Let's go ahead and say 310.
Right. And the day that's missing had what, 42 on one side or 40 on one side and 52 on the other. So let's just take the average and say another 45. So you're already staring at 350,000 fish over the dam, and it's not even July 1 yet.
Yeah, when's the peak normally?
I think the 50% day is July 1. Holy crap. That was a miss. Yeah. So like I said,
so there could be 600, 700,000
easily.
Over, yeah.
Easily. I think TAC already updated, so like TAC will readjust as the run's coming in. And they already adjusted it to 450. And it's like, whoa. Now this
and they adjusted the Chinook too, right?
Yep, they adjusted summer Chinook. They adjusted it to 60. I'm hearing already things like they're going to bump it to 80 because we just had 5,200 summer Chinook go over in one day.
Yeah. And that's what I was talking about with the jacks. Like, I have never seen this many summer jacks.
And what's scary,
it's crazy.
Just one more point to your jacks as you're out there fishing them right now, guys are still wrecking them in the lower Columbia trying to fish steelhead. Like, this thing ain't over.
No, not even close.
So it's pretty pretty eye-opening. It's kind of like, oh my gosh, like, and I'm just gonna bring it up because, like I said, because you got me on the topic now. Damn it, I just went bass fishing today, man. So, that's all I wanted to do. But here's another thing this is another big eyeball to start looking at right now, and I need people to start kind of paying attention to this because right now the lower Columbia between Bonneville and the top end of Puget Island is closing for Chinook on September 7th, and then Warrior Rock to Bonneville September 13th. They've already botched every single run this year as far as the forecast goes. How fast are our managers, at what trigger point are we going to be able to look at that fall date and to continue to let us fish in the lower river? Because most of the toolies are gone, usually by about the second and third week of September. So we're probably not going to have toolie impacts. And even if we are, they're probably going to be more toolies than they predicted. So guess what? We're going to catch more. So get ready for that debacle.
Upriver fish that are going to be coming with that, I bet there'll be much less impact on toolies.
Well, but it's
not like the toolies bite easier than any other fish. And if there's that many
they do in the concentrated areas the mouth of the Cowlitz, which has the biggest tag recoveries in the whole freaking below Bonneville. So which is why they actually kind of proposed to fix that, but that kind of got pushed back. Regardless, so if there's more of those tag recoveries because that toolie component is bigger than what they forecasted, where have we seen this? Oh, that's right, every run this year, and all of a sudden these tag recoveries start showing up and they don't readjust, we're going to get closed down for upriver brights and for everything else going upriver. So there has to be some okay, guys, we're really kind of sucking this year. We have to fix that. Or
make the right call on one season.
Still waiting for it. I mean, let's be honest. They botched winter steelhead, and it started from there. Winter steelhead was the best winter steelhead I've seen in 10 years.
Well, and it even showed in the areas of this is the biggest worry. The North Coast. Right. They had a lot of the hatcheries in particular had record runs.
Right. And those guys didn't fish. And what was even more hilarious is the guys that were still touring the rivers afterward were saying they've never seen as many reds. But I'm wondering if that's going to reflect in some of the surveys.
Got it.
Yeah, another conspiracy theory and another podcast.
Paid science.
We can't show that all these fish are here. There's no money in grants for that, says the Wild Fish Conservancy and Trout Unlimited. Yeah, what a joke. So pretty. I mean, good time. I mean, I guess it's a good problem to have. We got a lot of fish. I mean, a lot of and they're going back to Marlin's point, the jacks.
Who'd have thought we'd be at this point right now after what we've seen the last couple of years of fighting to actually fish for fish that are there?
Well,
first we got to fish for fish that weren't there,
and I'll leave you
sat there and kicked the dog. But now now we're fighting to just fish for them, and it's the best one we've ever seen.
Right, and I'll leave this for you. Like I said, in the spring Chinook run, we only caught 65% of what we could have caught. Last year in the fall run, we could have caught 30,000 more fall Chinook, and we didn't. And unfortunately. And everyone's thinking, well, you guys don't have to be greedy bastards and try to kill every last one. But unfortunately, what we do understand is from 2014 and 15, when we had 1.6 million Chinook enter the Columbia River mouth. What happened in 18, 19, and 20? It fell. And the reason why is because you have ocean conditions. So just getting more fish back to the spawning gravel, you need to meet those maintaining, leveled out, basically your escapement levels, but your spawning capacity levels and your hatchery capacity levels, you need to hit that. But after that, guess what? Those fish are all sturgeon food, which I guess isn't a bad thing. But yeah, so it's not like we're just being greedy sportsmen and asking to kill every last one. But when you look at Anglers Days, the amount of money in the economy, the thousands.
Why don't you just let them go by? It's fine.
My favorite comment, why don't we just close fishing for 5 years and that'll fix everything? Well, Timmy, because it won't. It doesn't work that way.
Well, it would
seems like Alaska does that a lot. What? They will just close rivers for 3, 4 years, 5 years sometimes.
Yep. And meanwhile they'll set net and they'll gill net and they'll tribal net everything out in front of it. And then guess who has to meet the conservation goals? The sportsmen.
They do it a lot.
Reality, right? And how's that worked from over the last 20 years?
Right.
And it hasn't really worked at all.
Not at all.
There's still a lot of take there. What does that vaguely sound like to you? Maybe North Coast steelhead, maybe, because a few big percentage of them kind of disappear every year just to some tribal net stuff, which I'm not necessarily saying is good and bad, but if you don't manage for it properly, well, there you go.
Yeah, it'll always bite you in the ass.
Bites you in the ass. Yeah, but this fall's going to be wicked. It's going to be wicked.
I know. Everyone's
holy crap.
are turning.
I would be
Everyone's preparing their wives.
Yeah. Honey, I'll see you in about mid-November. Well, no, wait, that bee run's going to be good. I'll see you about mid-December. Yeah, it's going to be a good one, though.
See you for Christmas.
Definitely stuff to be positive about.
I picked a bad year to go hunting all over the place.
I'm sure you'll be able to catch just as many when you're home.
Yeah, I will. But that's definitely going to fill up my fall big time.
Yeah.
It'll be out a lot.
Well, that's the goings on, and keep in mind, guys, this all might change tomorrow after that meeting. So by the time you're hearing this, hopefully Clint gets this one out nice and fast.
Hopefully we're sitting on the riverbank catching some sockeye.
Yeah, we'll be live. We'll be live fishing next.
You any more podcasts?
We'll be live fishing you next. We'll be live fishing next week if that's the case.
That's a fact. Well, this is a good time to switch to another subject, guys, because I have to give you guys a sneak peek and let you know that July 10th is our summer merch drop. This is going to be officially the biggest drop that we've ever done. There's more apparel, more lures, more things in this drop than we've ever done in a drop. We put tons of effort into it, so mark your calendars, July 10th. Everyone's been asking, do you have plugs? We do have killer fish, KF 14, 15, and 16s in this drop. We have super baits. We have custom worms with a new company called Dylan Rush Outfitters that has made these worms that are so incredible. They're basically called core shot worms, and it allows you to basically inject a center color of the worm and then inject another color around the center color of the worm. So it creates just a really, really unique, cool color of worm, and they work really, really well. So we did a collaboration with him this year on his worms and his beads.
I love how he puts a lot of that kind of like that blue shimmer in them there. I mean, I see that across a lot of his stuff, and boy, they look good.
They look really, really good, guys. We did kind of some summer steelhead themed worms. They are limited. Again, like everything is limited, guys. The plugs are most likely going to sell out in minutes because that is what has happened in years past. So make sure you get on there. Mark your calendars. July 10th. It will be 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And as always, addicts, we appreciate the support so much. So much. Wouldn't be able to do it without all you guys that watch us and listen to our content. And, yeah, we're still chasing our dreams. We'll get there someday. Jordan's already there, but the rest of us are still working.
Okay, cat's out of the bag.
Anyway, guys, anything else you want to talk about? Cam, anything? Any updates?
Nope, that was it. Exciting times. Exciting times.
We got to go get to a live feed, guys, so unless Jordan has any last minute.
No, check out the YouTube channel, guys. We've been kicking butt on some videos, so if all you do is listen to this podcast, if you get a free minute on a nice evening, go check out some of the YouTube videos coming out because they're all bangers. It's been some awesome
we just put out a Peacock episode that you guys definitely need to go check out. We put a ton of effort into it. And then also don't forget, if you have not yet, head over. If you like to watch Jordan's content on our Addicted channel, he has his own channel now, Stay Fishy Adventures. Head over there on YouTube, check it out. He's got a really lot of cool content on there. Actually, the video that launched today is absolutely hilarious. I'm not even going to tell you what it is. Just know that it's really, really funny, and you need to go check it out. So thanks so much for listening, everyone. We appreciate you so much. We'll see you on the river.